our next guest, who will talk about work and motherhood. We are in conversation with Neha Dhupia, actor, and the conversation will be led by my colleague Uday Pratap Singh and Megha Sharma. Uday, request you to stay on stage. Megha, please join us. Neha, request you to please make your way to the stage.
Welcome back to those of you still with us live, and hello to those of you joining us now at the Newsx We Women Want Conclave 2025 and Shakti Awards. We are live with a very unfiltered, as she calls herself as well, eminent actor and mother. Yes, I'm talking, of course, about Neha Dhupia. Welcome. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you so much. Big shoes to fill. There was Mr. Shashi Tharoor, then there was Shivana Azmi, and then now you put me on stage. So no pressure there whatsoever.
No pressure at all. We have my colleague Megha with us.
I'm feeling none, and I'm leaving right now, but it's fine.
No. We have my colleague Megha as well with us. But you know, why I introduced you to as actor and mother is because this week there's been a lot of motherhood on your social media, hasn't there?
Yes, I have this beautiful community, which is of course, you know, it was started by me as an initiative to normalize breastfeeding and maternal health and postpartum. And we started it when my daughter was about 9 months old, and I thought there was a very important need for that. And right now, we're all celebrating across the world World Breastfeeding Week. We've had support from mums across the board. One, of course, who's sitting here, Surveen Chawla, who's also contributed to change through conversation. And we've seen a lot change. The last conversation we had was with Radhika Apte. She made some very valid points. And it really makes me happy when different mums across the board actually come forward, narrate their stories, because all our stories are so different, but each one of us can actually relate to each other. Because, you know, at some point we feel this has happened to us. And that is that little thing that we all need to sit and discuss at many different points, because that's where the change starts.
Right, absolutely. Now, I do want to understand, you know, the trajectory from winning a beauty pageant, then being this brilliant actress in the Bollywood industry, and now you're taking on such beautiful roles. You have these amazing candid talk shows. I love watching them. And also about taking these causes that are close to your heart, working for the women, talking about motherhood. How has your journey been, and how do you see yourself transitioning over all these decades?
Well, firstly, I mean, I'm just taking punts. I have very limited offers that are made to me, and I try and make the most of it. So I'm just, you know, I'm just trying to make the best of what I have. And the part that you said that I'm working for women, I honestly am not. I feel like the women are working for themselves. And, you know, they can figure it all out. But at some point when we have a little bit of free time, we're out there supporting each other and being a voice sometimes for ourselves and sometimes for, you know, things that we believe in. And I really think that, you know, one needs to start coming forward, voicing it, making that change, because you know, कई बार हमको ऐसे लगता है कि हमारे बोलने से क्या फर्क पड़ेगा, या ये हम एक क्या कोई ज़रूरी नहीं है ये एक ट्वीट करने से या एक इंस्टाग्राम लाइव करने से, या पर किसी ना किसी को कहीं ना कहीं वो फ़र्क पड़ रहा है, because हर एक इंसान की आवाज़ उठाने से, you know, you can spark a revolution. I know I'm stating cliches here, but it's true. You really can. Apart from this, when I have a little bit of free time, which is never, because, you know, we have a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old. I have no free time and very little mental capacity. Even right now, 99% of my brain is thinking about my children. 1% is here. But I think 1% is enough for us, or not, at least for us.
But do tell us,
I'm not being sexist, I'm just kidding.
No. I'm not going to take. But empowering women today, you've got this award. You know, it's a Newsx Excellence Award, and you won many awards as an actor, of course. But an award for empowering women. How does that make you feel? What is your first reaction?
I just feel that I've done very little, and I just feel that, you know, a tag like that ends up putting a lot of pressure on me to keep doing more. But yes, there's a huge part of me that feels very encouraged. मुझे कहीं ना कहीं ऐसे लगता है, कहीं ना कहीं अपनी आवाज़ जो है ठीक जगह ठीक कानों पे पड़ रही है, उस आवाज़ से फ़र्क पड़ रहा है, शायद पड़ रहा है, नहीं पड़ रहा है, पड़ सकता है, you still want to keep doing that. And I feel like after a point it gets very tiring. Not the empowering part, but just like living up to the role. And then there are times that I also look up to women and I'm like, okay, I get empowered by them. So like, you know, I could be looking at you and saying that you're doing such a great job today and I want to, you know, do the things that you do, or Shabana ji, or, you know, all the other amazing people who are here in the audience today. So I feel like we can do it for each other and bounce off each other. But yeah, this is a big tag you've given me. No, it really is.
And it is the Shakti Award, so I have to ask you, where do you derive your Shakti from?
My mom, she's here. She's here. My mom and dad are here. Thank you very much for hosting this in New Delhi so that they could come. Otherwise, if this event was in Mumbai, they wouldn't be able to witness this. But I get all my, you know, Shakti from my mother. Today is their 49th wedding anniversary. We're going to be going and celebrating that.
Congratulations to the two people because of whom, of course, Neha got the upbringing and values that have made her. And does that make you feel proud, getting this award in front of them?
Absolutely. Every time I call my mom and I'm like, ye nahi ho raha hai, wo nahi ho raha hai, professional setbacks, personally, you know, if I feel that, okay, today I'm feeling overwhelmed as a mother, there's a lot going on, I can't, she's just like, koi na, jahan hai, sab theek ho jayega. So, you know, you just feel like it's going to happen. And then I just feel like, and then there are times where I feel that I mean, you know, it just decompresses me because I feel she has so much strength. And there are times that I'm anxious, and each one of us needs someone like that in our lives. Now my dad is feeling bad, so quickly ask me a question about my dad because I love him very much.
आज महिलाओं का दिन है. आज महिलाओं का दिन है.
रोज महिलाओं का दिन है. रोज.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I do have a question, and I would want to know, two gorgeous children, and of course it's a full-time job.
I'm going to do it on the stage. Yeah.
And you know, it's a full-time job. And how has it changed your life?
In so many ways. Yeah. Like, I feel like I make the right choices because of my children. Before I had children, I was, you know, I actually feel so settled because I was feeling so, you know, when you're younger, you feel so unsettled. You're like, isne bhi bula liya, yahan pe bhi chale jao, ye offer mil gaya, wo bhi kaam kar lo, ye bhi kar lo. But I think having children, professionally, you make the right choices because even when I get a script or when I get the opportunity to go somewhere, travel, represent, I'm always like, you know, is this opportunity good enough for me to leave these two beautiful beings and go and do this? And sometimes I'm like, no, it's not. And you know, the questions that I had in my mind earlier, should I not? I can literally, they're 3 and 6, and they don't even need to answer them, but looking at them, I get those answers from them. I've learned how to exercise balance in my life, exercise patience, because, you know, if you have toddlers, you know that you have to exercise patience everywhere. Not sweat the small stuff, because, you know, in the larger scheme of things, as long as they're fine, everything is okay, they're healthy and happy, you know, as a you know, professional, you'll be able to handle everything else. So I see a lot, like I see a lot of stability in me as a human being, and I also feel I'm responsible because they're looking up to me at all times. So my reactions to different things, I mean, just huge confession. There could be a chance when I was younger, I would fly off the handle for a small little thing, but I know now they're watching. So I have to lead by example, or the ability to, you know, small little thing, like I harp on things like consent with my 6-year-old daughter, even when she's just 6 years old, and I know how important it is. So I just feel like as much as they learn from me, I learn from them, and just being free. Like, I've never been around, you know, toddlers and babies, and they're so free and relaxed, and yeah, I mean, sometimes they mess things up, but and they're also not sorry about it. But yeah, I want to have that quality as well.
You've also been, you know, open about conversations on breastfeeding as well.
Yes.
Now, these are issues which we don't very often see women celebrities speak about. These are issues we don't, or used to actually, when you started speaking on it. We don't see women actually speak about so much. So was it an attempt by you as well to mainstream certain things to ensure that these, you know, these conversations should happen, because this does happen?
But let me tell you that it's not, so when I started Freedom to Feed, it was not just about normalizing breastfeeding. It was not just about not sexualizing breastfeeding. It was also about the fact that, and across the board, like we've had support from women, you know, from new moms to moms who have much more amplified voices in the real world, or whatever, like we'd like to call them celebrity moms whose voices reach far and wide. But they've spoken about everything from maternal health to work hours to change in mindset when you go back to work after becoming a mom, to the kind of, to postpartum depression. It's very important because the minute you hear it from a mom or a woman that you look up to, you feel that you can also come out and share your story. And they, like for instance, and I mean, it broke my heart when it happened on the live, and we were doing a live with Bipasha, and she spoke about how her daughter had a condition where she had a hole in her heart when she was born, and she spoke about it. And after that live finished, we had so many moms from across the world who reached out to us, who said, can you connect us to Bipasha? Can you connect us to the doctors? You know, you're also building a network.
Making an impact.
And helping people out. Or like, you know, Kajal Agarwal was going to the US and she was just like, how do I make sure that I continue to feed my child? And when I got that DM at like 3 in the morning on our community page, I knew she really needed help because, and I was just like, just carry an ice pack. And sometimes it's so simple, but it's great, Uday. I just really think that if you can go out and make a change through something as simple as having a real conversation, like the way you guys do, I mean, that's the beginning of a lot.
Right. Okay. On that note, Neha, let's start with a rapid fire. I hope you're ready.
Worrying.
And you know, let's start it off with what is the one thing that you do when you are in a bad mood or when you are having a bad day?
I scroll through pictures of my children.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And,
I do random, and it's 56,000
yeah, that's
images.
cathartic.
56,000 images, guys. I am not lying. Yeah. And if they're using my phone to click more pictures of us, it's gone through the roof. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And who is the one person that you would call if you have to get the gossip from the industry or from your circle?
Is this going to make headlines? Are we on a news channel?
You tell us.
Live.
Should I take the right name or the wrong one?
The right name.
No. I can't take his name. No.
Okay.
We can guess.
Okay, you can guess. It is exactly who you're thinking of.
Okay. I also have to ask you very quickly about, okay, this is a rapid fire, so we'll quickly still continue the rapid. Beaches or mountains?
Mountains, but I never get a chance because my husband always wants to go to the beach, and I'm a good wife.
Who's a stricter parent, you or Angad?
Me. For sure.
Okay. And your mantra in life as a woman, as
Did
you
you
know,
say mantra?
Mantra in
Oh
life.
my God, I heard monthly finance. And I was like, why is she asking me that?
Your mantra in life as an entrepreneur, as this empowered woman.
As an empowered woman, I mean, like, my mom says, "Jaan hai, jahan hai, sab theek ho jayega, sab ho jayega." That's the most important
Fantastic.
thing.
And what is that one misconception about Neha Dhupia that you would like to clear once and for all?
That I'm no boss lady, I promise you. I am not. I'm always taking orders. I'm always multitasking. I'm always doing all the dirty work. And I'm not sitting around. A lot of people think, oh, I wear a blazer, go out and I boss around. It's not true. Yeah.
When's the last time you took a holiday?
4 days ago. We went Sri Lanka for 9 days.
Lovely. With the family.
When is the next time I'm taking a holiday? 4 days from now. Yeah.
Not Sri Lanka?
Life's new mantra, holiday as much as you want.
Take holidays.
And family time.
Family, just spend all your time with your family.
You know, you're many people's style icon and you're looking very stylish today as well. Who is your style icon?
My style icon, who I love? Okay, I mean, I think Sonam Kapoor is really well turned out at all times. I think Kate Blanchett is really well turned out. I think Rekha ji is very well turned out and all. Actually, everyone. Shabana ji was here. Shashi Tharoor, of course, style icon. Yeah, for sure. But
absolutely. On that note, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Neha.
Before
it
we
has
end,
been
before
fantastic.
before we end, I have another quick question for Neha on the latest season, for which we spoke before the season, if you remember.
Yes.
In our studio.
What
and
a
now
great chat it was.
Yes, it was a great chat. And Shubharam tha wo, season ka auditions sab chal rahe the. अब season खत्म हो गया, बहुत अच्छा response मिला. How was the experience
The
on roadies?
Oh, on roadies, yeah, I know. Somebody walked in and said, roadies. I was like, wo kya hai? But no, not true. I love the show. I love being on the show. I got fired once before. I hope I don't get fired again. I'm just kidding. But the experience is great. To be able to have this sense of adventure, this sense of competition, the ability to speak your mind, to make a difference, and also to have the youth look up to you, it's just a great place to be.
And who's your favorite gang leader apart from yourself?
Ooh, tough one. I'd have to say it's a close call between Prince and Elvish, but after this year, Elvish Yadav.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Elvish Yadav is your favorite gang leader on roadies. I think you said Prince when we said
Yes.
earlier, but
Yeah,
now that
I move on very quickly there.
Yes.
I mean, it's
Okay.
it's a known kind of.
That's a headline right there that you've given us. Thank you so much
Well,
for
Neha,
joining
thank you
us.
so
Neha
much,
Dhupia,
Neha.
Let's
once
put our
again,
hands together
very, very
for Neha
congratulations.
You're
Dhupia.
amazing,
Thank
as
you
are
so
you.
much,
Thank
Neha,
you.
for joining us. And of course, my biggest takeaway from that is take more holidays.
For more such videos, subscribe to the Newsx YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.